Everybody, Vince August here. It is Wednesday, July 1st. And I have to say, one of the questions I've been getting lately in my DMs and private messages is people asking me, hey, do you have any interest in getting involved in politics? I think you'd be a great politician. You should consider running for office. Now, listen, I would make a terrible politician. I would be one of the worst politicians. I would never last as a politician. And it's mainly because of a couple of reasons, and I'll tell you why. The first is, look, I was already involved in a position in the state of New Jersey as a municipal court judge, and we saw how that turned out. And still, as I sit here today, I have no intention of abandoning my entertainment aspirations. Look, I still want those 1-hour specials. I still want to get my own TV show. I still want to be in film. I still want to act. I still want to be part of the entertainment profession. So I have no intention of abandoning that. And as long as I'm going to be a part of that, well, we could see public office and that just don't mesh well. But worse than the not meshing part is the way people that should have got this story right got it wrong. And of most concerning, I don't care about the public. You know what? People read headlines and they believe what they want to believe, and no one really looks into the facts or cares about the facts. But the people that should care about the facts get the facts wrong. The media and the Supreme Court both got the story wrong, even though the case was presented to them pretty clear cut, okay? And I'll give you an example. One of the things that bothered them the most was that I was an actor on a TV show, What Would You Do? And they called this a reality show. Now, if you know anything about the show, it's not a reality show. It's a social experiment show where myself and other actors would play out roles, and the public would come in and intervene. We would never interact directly with the public, just with the other actors. Now, would I improvise my lines? Of course I would. Because what John Quinones would say is, Vince, here's your character, here's his motivation, go out, they'd wind me up and send me out, and we would improvise our lines. Now, that is not a reality show. And even reality shows aren't reality shows. Those people are pumped up and told to get into fights and start arguments. This was, we would create a scenario, act it out. And I have to tell you, it was very real, the reactions and what would happen in the public, but it wasn't cameras following me around and being a real life show or real life version of me. And the Supreme Court got it wrong. Most of the media got it wrong. In fact, one of the publications that got it most right was the National Enquirer. Go figure that one out. And even they made mistakes. But the National Enquirer was more accurate with the story than even the court or most of the news that covered it. So you know what? If news can't do their job in covering me and the type of person I am, I don't need to be part of this game. The second part of this game that I don't like their rules at all is this. I don't like this. I don't like this two-party system, and there's a couple of reasons why I don't like it. One, because I don't believe in everything either one of these stand for. I'm sorry. I have opinions that cross over. So as a Republican, I would be shunned because I happen to be a pro-choice person. I am not against abortion. I believe there should be restrictions, but I'm not against it. And the same thing with Democrats. You know what? I'm sorry. I'm for the Second Amendment. I'm for restrictions with regards to the Second Amendment, but you're not going to get me fully on board on all of the stuff that they believe in. And I hate to say it, but I happen to think both of these are pretty much the same thing depending on who their donors are. So you know what this is for me? This is like me being a plant-based diet person and someone saying you have to choose between cow, beef, and pork. Sorry, I'm not going to do that. Because you know what? I happen to know, one, that my diet is better for me. Two, I also happen to know that you've been pumping both of these with steroids, that you've been torturing these animals, that you've been mistreating these animals, and they are no longer the thing that they were supposed to be. So you know what? I don't want to play your little pick and choose aside game. And finally, and third, and probably the most important thing that keeps me from getting involved in politics is I have one of these. I have a soul. And it's not for sale. It's not. It's not for sale to the NRA. It's not for sale to pharmaceutical companies. It's not for sale to foreign companies. It's not for sale to anybody or anything, okay? Because, see, here's my thing. I don't know what kind of politician I would be, but I'm not concerned with that. I'm not concerned with how I fit into political parties. What I am more concerned about is the type of human being I am. And I know I make mistakes, and I try to learn from those mistakes. And I'm just trying to be a better version of myself every day. And I worry about the people I come into contact with and treating them with the most amount of respect that I can, okay? So while I'm working on being the best kind of person, that doesn't always fit into being the best kind of politician. Because you know what? I'd rather be a good person than a good politician.